What's good, YouTube family? It's your girl Raven.
Hey, your boy Jalen.
Today we're watching episode 11 of Triplets Cut the Camera podcast. Triplets unveil their unique selves, embracing individuality.
Well, if you guys are new to the channel, we do have a lot of Sam and Kobe, but also Sturniolo triplet content. So if you do want to check all of those out, they'll be posted up here somewhere for you. Shout out to the family and along with us for hitting 22,250 new family members. You guys have been killing it. Anyone that's here currently, thank you. And we hope that if you are new, that you do feel persuaded to hit that subscribe and notification bell. And if you like an engaging community, we do have a lot of people that like to talk in the comments and engage on different things and relate. So why not join?
We try to reply as often as we can. Y'all are sending us a lot of messages, so we are trying to get to every single one as fast as we can. So thank you for being patient with us. All right, y'all. It's about an hour long, so let's get it down.
Good morning, campers. Welcome back to the Cut the Camera podcast. It's one of your hosts, Nick Sturniolo, alongside
Matthew Sturniolo. Woo!
Yeah. And I'm Chris. I say it every time. Chris. Yep. Zoo Pals are coming back.
Zoo Pals, let's talk
Zoo
about
Pals are making a comeback. Zoo Pals are probably... It's crazy to me that like
90% of my childhood.
I was about to say our target audience probably doesn't even know
what Zoo Pals
is. It
is.
makes me sick.
That does make me sick.
Didn't they have a amazing little? They had a little number. I'm pretty sure in the commercials. Like I remember hearing
they had the
Zoo Pals
commercial
number, and I wanted to get up and dance.
It was like Zoo Pals, River Zoo Pals, Wolf Zoo Pals, really make it fun. Something.
It was like Zoo Pals.
Something Zoo Pally that was very friendly and fun.
Yeah, but if you're not familiar, basically Zoo Pals were these amazing plates with
paper plates by Hefty, I believe.
Yes, I think it was Hefty as well.
No.
That's it right there.
Yeah. Oink. Zoo Pals. What? Zoo Pals.
Yeah, Chris, you should sample that. Okay, Matt.
Yeah, I remember that.
First song.
No, I'm never making a song ever.
Okay.
And if I do, it's a full for fun moment.
You should just drop an EP of like 10 different genres.
Okay.
10 different genres.
I'd actually do that. That'd be hilarious.
Anyways,
Country,
can I
rap.
say something a little controversial about Zoo Pals?
I thought we moved on from Zoo Pals.
Zoo Pals in a negative light.
See, I love Zoo Pals, and I think it's a great idea. It's like you have the plate, and then you have the two whatever's like for like the sauces or whatnot.
Ears,
I never really used the small part of it at all.
Oh yeah, because you don't like sauce and shit.
And you're
Yeah.
You can put like grapes
if you
snacks
are
and
a
stuff.
Zoo Palineer and you don't know what Zoo Pals even are, basically it was a paper plate, and the round part that you eat off of was the majority of the plate, obviously. But they had little sections, like small
on the ears.
sections,
Yeah.
Ears or the feet.
and they were like ears if it was a tiger,
Feet
or
if
like,
it was a pig.
yeah,
I
or
know.
like if it was
Yeah.
a
Ears as
bird,
well.
it was like the branch, like they were like feet on the
Yeah.
branch or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Zoo Pals essentially made eating fun.
Correct.
Because you could use the ears as like a dipping
remember
sauce.
those.
Like,
They're
they're
always
like,
like, oh, don't play when you eat. It's like, it's a Zoo Pal, I got
yeah,
you.
like,
Yeah.
but essentially, yeah, they're bringing
I
Zoo
feel
Pals
like
back.
eating should be when you play the most, you know? Like, don't play with your food, like, why? Why not?
Why'd they get rid of Zoo Pals in the first place?
Probably the
That's a good
design,
question.
bro.
Yeah.
Do you know how easy? Do you know how easy
It's probably
it would be
because
to just
paper
print
plates
out
would be
plates?
outselling them, yeah. Cause,
Yeah,
like, people
like,
are, oh, Zoo
a
Pals
lot of
for,
people
like, an
don't
extra
want, like,
$1
childish
or a little fun
plates.
design or just, like,
Yeah,
it's-
yeah.
Or, plates started getting a lot stronger, so they're like, oh, why would I go with this Zoo Pals when I can get a stronger plate that can hold so much?
But people are lame and don't like Zoo Pals. So y'all missed out if you guys did not eat with Zoo Pal plates.
Yeah.
So,
Good era.
And it's probably way less plates, but for more money.
Yeah.
But eating wasn't fun without the Zoo Pals. It's like people were just eating in
That's
misery.
the problem. Because now
Yeah,
we've
you
been eating
pay for the fun.
We've been eating sad for years.
Correct, because Zoo Pals makes eating
I
fun
have a
once
package
again.
coming today, and if I miss it at the door, I'm gonna die. So that's why I don't have my headphones on, so I can hear if they knock. Just know
Why they might come mid-episode?
They might.
We can do a live
Mm.
unboxing.
We're not doing that, but carry on.
Oh, why
Today's
not?
episode, we are going to talk all about individuality
Oh,
and
Yes.
all that jazz, because that's something that drives our life, because we're triplets, and without
Yeah.
individuality,
What
we'd be
separates you
literally
guys
fucking
from each other?
subject
Robots.
1, 2, and 3, literally robots walking through this earth.
subject.
That's crazy. We got
What happened? You have a
Straw.
little spill? Okay,
Yeah,
he's
my
sucking his arm.
My straw was leaking, Chris. My straw was leaking on me. Matt, you can start us off. All right. Oink, oink, zoo pals. Buzz, buzz, zoo pals. Okay, go ahead. Quack, quack, the zoo pals. They make eating fun.
Okay. When did you realize that you? When did it? What was the moment that you realized?
Oh God,
you
he's
were,
already fucking it
Stop.
up.
What was the moment that you realized you were an individual? Like, when did it hit you? Because I feel like for a while we just all like thought we were like.
Dude, if you're gonna sniffle like that, back away from the mic. Seriously, I heard that in my soul.
Honestly, growing up, I just felt like very triplet with you guys, and then it slowly. What, Nick?
I just don't like that. But go
Very
ahead.
triplet.
Yeah, very triple. It's kind of crazy.
No, like people would always ask some shit, and I was very confused that we were individuals for a while.
Mm.
So
Really
that's what I was
confused.
getting at. When was the moment that like that switched for you?
Probably like around like 8th grade, 7th grade.
Damn crazy it took you that long.
Well, no, we were just so like.
I remember
Clones.
because in middle school there was like
I feel like it's harder if you're in school. Like, it's just hard because, like, you guys live with each other and it's like school, you guys see each other. But I get that, you know, different classes, they could bring out themselves a little bit more because then they're not, you know, Chris with Matt and Nick. It's just Chris. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
2 teachers for each grade, and it was like one of us was separated every year.
Oh,
I
yeah,
remember.
you're right. See, I'm not even thinking that much right now.
Yeah,
like it's just stupid.
I remember by 3rd grade being like, God, I'm so thankful that I'm in a class alone.
That's
Mm.
crazy.
No,
I
hey, I
never
just
wanted
remembered.
to be in
I
the
just
class
remembered
alone.
being alone. It was like so much fun and different because like we could tell you guys about stuff that you didn't know. Or,
See,
like,
I was the
Right.
first one
It didn't
alone.
happen. It felt like
Which is
exciting
weird.
information.
Yeah, which is really strange because I did not want to be alone at all. But we
Yeah.
went from kindergarten all together, 1st grade all together, and then 2nd grade was like the first time one of us was separated. It was me. I was in a different second
Dude,
grade
I feel
class
like
than you
being
guys.
together made life way less.
were you only alone for 4th grade?
3rd grade? No.
No, I had missed.
Nick
oh,
was alone for
you
3rd.
forgot about Matt's presence. That's crazy. You
3rd
and Matt-
grade?
Yeah, you and Matt had Miss
Creedon.
Sea Dog. Yeah, Miss Creedon.
Sorry, shouldn't have said that.
No, it's fine. Miss Creedon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and then,
she was awesome.
And then 4th grade, it was me and you again.
No.
Dude, you guys
Me-
don't
oh,
know.
yeah,
I
me
can
and
tell
you,
you
me
all.
and you, me
Second
and you.
grade, Matt was alone.
I
Third grade, I
was.
was alone. No,
I was
second
alone in
grade,
2nd
Matt was
grade.
alone. Me and you both had Miss L.
Oh, yeah,
in
that's
second
right.
grade. And then 3rd grade, I had Mr. T, and you guys had Miss C. And then 4th grade, me and Matt had Miss D. You had Miss C.
6th grade.
5th grade, no. 5th
Fifth
grade,
grade.
you had Miss D. Matt had Miss L. And then 6th grade,
Yeah.
I had Mr. B, and you guys had Miss B.
So why did
Yeah.
I only have 4th grade alone?
Because you
there's
were
an
like,
uneven
yeah.
amount from 2 to 6. Yeah, we started at 2. We started in 2nd grade.
5th grade was definitely like when I was
There's
in
only 5 grades.
when I
that
was
one
in
of us
when
belong.
I was in 2nd grade.
Fucking
when I was in
idiot.
2nd
Shut
grade.
the fuck up, Nick. I hate you.
Can I
Go ahead.
when I was in 2nd grade and I was alone, it didn't really mean as much to me as that. Like the 5th grade was definitely harder because when I was that young, it didn't really matter. It just felt like school was like a play date. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
school
Okay.
literally never felt real to me.
So like when I was in 5th,
school doesn't help you till you're way older.
well, I mean it does.
Yeah, but you just learn those things in real life.
Well, it's crazy,
Yeah.
like time.
Before
Like,
But that's where you learn your colors, your numbers,
your skills
letters,
kinda,
the subjects, what each subject means. So it's like, nah, you learn
Nah,
all of
you-
that
yeah.
early on. So
Yeah.
the only
6th
reason I
grade.
learned my colors and shapes in kindergarten is because that was the age at which I would finally understand colors and shapes. If I didn't go to school, I would have found out from like looking at street signs and shit.
Not
I
true.
think well like 5th,
Yes, true.
Not true.
I just
Oh.
think like, what are the real qualifications to be a kindergarten teacher?
Nothing.
You have to know
You
your
could be dumb
shapes.
as shit
You need
and
to
do
know
it.
your shapes and colors.
well it's
could-
more
Ooh.
of like
You
at
have to
that
be as
point
smart as a kindergartner.
at that
could
no
do
at
that.
that
I could
point
teach
it's more of
kindergarten.
like at that point
easily.
it's more of like the like how you are with kids.
Imagine Chris
Mm.
being your kindergarten
What's
teacher.
your
That'd
personality?
be the
Like,
Mhm.
craziest shit ever.
Go ahead, Matt. What?
It's just at that point it's when you're hiring somebody that's a kindergarten teacher, you're not actually like, oh, do they know fucking how to trace the letter C? It's more of, are they comfortable with like children?
How
Do
many
they-
Are you,
are
times-
they-
I have to
how many
say, are you
times-
really comfortable sitting like that?
Yeah, because I
Like,
have my
see
feet
your whole
up.
spine bent. Like this is gonna.
Mhm.
Yeah, this just isn't.
it
gonna
does
happen.
look.
How many times-
Yeah.
I've wanted to say it
He's
for a
like-
hot minute, but it always looked uncomfortable to me because it's not like something he could recline and like equally balance out his body.
because you need the pillow, you need that
Yeah.
back pillow. Like,
Yeah.
like us, I just put freaking blankets and pillows behind us just to keep our backs
Like
elevated.
I always want to pull him up because I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh my
That's
gosh.
fine.
Did you
At least on a
trace the letter
couch.
C?
Do it on a
Just curious.
couch.
Honestly,
Not that.
I
did
feel
that
like
a
a big
decent
part
amount,
of
yeah.
kindergarten was like you would get the alphabet and it would be like those like dashed lines,
Yes.
and then you'd have to
Oh
like,
yeah,
hover
yeah.
over the dashed lines to trace your name, and it was like that was like learning how to write. You're so nasty. That was like learning how to like write your name and numbers and
No,
stuff.
I agree.
Yeah, correctly.
Okay, yeah, no, I know what you mean. I thought
Chris
you
would
meant,
be
like,
a terrible
tracing
kindergarten
it.
teacher because when it comes to kindergarten
Awesome.
teaching, all it really is like
Patience.
yes.
I don't have any of that
Yeah,
shit.
like little Timmy would be like, you'd be like, what is this?
And
It's
then
a
like
blue
when the kid
triangle. He'd
leaves
be
the
like, "It's-"
bathroom and he's like a kid really has to pee and it's like, oh, I need you to help me button my pants, like that type of shit.
I
That's
would
what
easily help him out.
No, yeah, I know you would, but it's just like that's more of being a kindergarten teacher than like actually teaching the students. Like
How many times did
Mm.
you have to ask to get your pants buttoned?
oh my god, too many times.
Really?
Yes, I remember
every
almost
single time I left
dude,
the
I remember
bathroom, I
almost,
needed like
like,
our
peeing
kindergarten teacher to
myself.
like button up my
Literally.
jacket. Every
Mm.
time.
Embarrassing.
like that's like
Every time.
Embarrassing.
whatever.
Period.
I feel like for second grade, being
does feel
alone for me,
cringy
it
now
didn't really
thinking
about
matter
it.
as much because your guys' classroom was literally you need to put the headset on so you can hear the annoying noises you're gonna make, or just don't make them. But in second grade, it was a lot easier because your guys' classroom was still right across the hall from mine.
Oh.
So
Oh,
it
that's
was
Oh
nice.
yeah, that's right.
If I
Because
needed you guys-
in my school, like there was a 5th grade wing,
Mhm.
4th grade wing, 3rd grade wing.
Yeah.
So everyone was relatively right
Close,
next
or
to
right-
each other. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I
I
could
miss those
literally look
days.
through my classroom
Yeah,
and see you
kind
guys
of.
in yours.
Remember when I got my head stuck in a chair in second grade?
Yeah.
That was
The
crazy.
No,
most
because I
embarrassing
remember
thing ever.
that because my
Excuse me.
Honestly, before you even unpause it, now that I think about it, school just felt so long thinking about it now. Now that you say that you miss that, no, I actually don't miss that. And the reason why is because I remember being in 3rd grade and wanting to get out of 3rd grade and be a 4th grader. And wanting to be a 5th grader. I want to be a 6th grader. And eventually, like, oh, high school is going to go by like this. Me not knowing any better.
Oh yeah. Of
It
course.
does go by so fucking fast.
I think honestly, that middle school is the shortest. It
Oh,
is.
yeah.
It's only
Oh,
th-
yeah.
For
That
us,
was a
I only
blink of
had
an
6th,
eye.
7th, and 8th grade. Y'all had. Was your 6th grade in
It
elementary?
was 6 to 8. No. Elementary was K through 5.
Then why is some? I know
Some
it's on the
schools
area
do it
too, but
differently.
like my mom, I know she said her
9th
elementary
grade
went
was
up
probably-
to 6th grade,
Mm-hmm.
and then it was 7, and then 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th,
Yeah,
12th.
I was just about to say 8th, 9th,
That's
10th,
so
11th, 12th. Yeah,
weird.
I don't know why schools do that. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
I don't know why they
Third
break it
grade
up
was
like
my
that.
favorite. Y'all, you should comment down your favorite grade in any year of school. Anything K through 12.
Mm-hmm.
3rd grade, I think, has elementary, 3rd grade for me. I had the best teacher, and my brother eventually had the same teacher.
All right.
Middle school, 7th grade. That was such a fun year. I went to my favorite place in the world for a field trip.
Right.
Whatever. And then high school, I liked my freshman year and my senior year. Senior year, I had really good classes. It was such an easy schedule. I had all my fun classes. at
It
the end
just,
of the
for
day.
me, school felt so long, and I didn't like school as it was. So I just wanted to get the hell up out of there. And then, like a couple months ago, I looked back, and I was like, damn, I actually kind of missed that.
I know. You talked
But,
about it
yeah.
before.
But let's get back in. We deviated too much.
my teacher.
But comment
had
your
the
favorite
drill, I
grade.
Yeah.
think, or my teacher. What was it? No, it was the 1st grade teacher that came in with the drill.
I think that was just like a big thing. It was
Yeah.
it was the biggest thing that school day.
Yeah.
11th
Literally
grade
my
was
Every
mine.
single teacher came to the classroom to like saw Nick.
Unscrew me
It's
from a
okay.
chair.
Yeah.
That was so humiliating.
Well,
I'll
I don't
explain.
understand how I got. It was crazy. I was like ass first in a chair. Like it was like I wiggled my way.
How?
Like it was one of those chairs, like the top and then like the bottom, like
Oh,
Oh,
obviously,
the
yeah, and the
spacing.
bar.
gap
Yeah.
between. Like the
Mhm.
backrest was only this big, so,
So
it was
he,
a
like,
good
he
foot
hunched
space.
his back
Yeah.
and
I
got
put my
stuck.
legs through it, I think, backwards.
Oh,
and just
never
like
mind.
my head was
Well,
bigger
you
than
always
my
had,
entire
like,
bottom
an
half of my
They
body.
really
It was
made us
large.
sit in those uncomfortable
No
chairs.
hate. You have.
Oh,
Well, okay. Like growing up, you literally had to wear a helmet when you were little because your head. I just had to bite the mic thinking it was a straw. You know.
That's
So
embarrassing.
That's
Well,
embarrassing.
anyway, 2nd grade was like
That is
we were still
embarrassing.
a little
Yeah.
too young to realize that we were like in separate classes and stuff. I realized, I think
What was the biggest takeaway from each grade for you guys?
biggest takeaway from each grade.
Yeah, like
Uh,
kindergarten. What's the big?
I don't
thing
even
you
remember
learned?
The middle
kindergarten.
finger. Are you still dreaming of?
the middle finger.
All I
Uh.
remember from kindergarten was Let me see. I went on a field trip right by the house.
Okay.
And I ended up peeing in the library floor because I had to pee really bad. And the teacher wouldn't let me go. I said, "Hey, I need to use the restroom." And I was holding it in. And all of a sudden, y'all heard my stomach. That was crazy. So I was like, "I need to use the bathroom." Like, it was an emergency. And they're like, "Oh, you need to wait." Everyone is sitting next to me, like on the floor in a circle. On bare floor. All of a sudden, I just remember letting it go. And I feel like I could see myself from an outside body perspective and like just saw it surround me and around my classmates, right? So it's like it's a little puddle, whatever. So my mom had to walk from the projects from where we were to my school because you could literally walk inside my neighborhood, the projects, to walk to my school.
Right.
I didn't have to take the bus. I always walked to school.
Oh my.
So mama had to get me a new pair of jeans. Mom, if you are watching, you text me and you let me know if you remember telling me about this and being there.
I've never done any
I feel like I've
tomfoolery
told
like
you that before.
You
It's
did
been
tell
a
me
very
that.
long time.
I've never done that tomfoolery before.
So I don't remember kindergarten.
Ever.
Except for that.
I was a rebel. I always went.
Was it kindergarten? Kindergarten.
I always went to the bathroom. Don't tell me I'm not allowed to go to the bathroom.
I hated first
Class
grade.
and this other
Out of
boy
your
in my
mind.
kindergarten class, like they were the two kids in the class that were like the oldest in their mind. Like they were like third
Mature,
graders
yeah,
already in like
Yeah.
kindergarten. And they went up to me and they were like, "Nick, never put your middle finger up like by itself." And I thought something bad would happen.
Like,
So
why?
I did crisscross applesauce and I put my middle finger like between my legs and I just flipped off like the ground. And I was like, "Oh my god, nothing happened. Like they're liars." And then I go,
That's
"It
funny.
doesn't do anything wrong." And they're like, "No, just don't do it. Like definitely don't do it. Like especially near Miss L." And I was like, "You guys are like full of crap."
Oh,
basically. So I
he
went
did
outside
mention
the
Yes.
and I went straight to her.
Y'all check out the last episode because I feel like he mentioned it, doing this. He just went
This really gives a reaction to someone like this. Really means fuck.
and
you.
not this
This means fuck.
and not
you.
this, not this,
Fuck you.
this one. That's crazy.
At the end of the day, she was like, "Fine, Nick," and I went, and then I had to stay after, and they fully explained to me like what it was, but I did not. That was my biggest takeaway I remember from
That's
kindergarten.
insane.
My biggest challenge in
Jeez.
kindergarten was at the end of the school year. Like, I remember being there and one of the kids was like told that he was gonna get held back or something.
Oh,
No.
And that made me realize that like if you don't do good enough in school, you can get held. Like
Well, they got
Yeah, I
back
remember
in, like,
finding that out.
Sixth
Yeah.
grade and
I remember finding that out. That was a thing.
You were
early.
close?
No.
Oh.
Just knowing what it was, and I was like, oh yeah, I am never getting held back. So yes, I may have not been
Yeah.
the top of the class, but I was not going to fail that class.
Proud of us. Good job.
Yeah.
Proud of us.
Or not going to graduate, whatever.
Oh, I was gonna.
I was graduating.
I'm getting my
motherfucker.
diploma.
Get out of here.
But
Get
what
outta
is
here.
the dumbest shit in my opinion.
I disagree.
I disagree.
I feel like that's prime time to hold them back. They
I
haven't
agree.
developed connections with any of the other kids that are like life bonding. You know what I mean? They have so much
Life
more time to just like. By the time if I got held back in kindergarten, I would have forgot my life not being held back immediately.
As opposed to
Mm.
like
Go ahead.
fifth
Like,
grade.
Oh
I think
yes.
kindergarten, I realized like, oh my god, you could get held back. Like if you don't do good enough, you could get held back.
That's crazy.
And then
Usually it's
first
parents
grade,
at
Mhm.
that point in
I
time.
don't really
Wait,
know
Nick,
my
did you get
takeaway
in
from
trouble
first
for like
grade.
making fun of a teacher's name or something? Do you remember that?
I've gotten so many teachers fired. No, it was like a substitute who had like a name that was
Oh,
so similar.
Lord.
to
Wait,
What
what?
was it? I forget.
What was it? It was like newbie. No. It was a
Oh.
teacher, and
No,
their
we
last
can't
name,
even say what Miss
their
Newbie
last
said
name
to
was
me.
something, and then she went up like it was like our friend, and they like dared you to like manipulate their name a little bit.
What was their name, Chris?
Oh, I have to think. Like if you can't remember anything, then I'm not gonna be able to grasp
I want
it.
to say something that might. Yeah,
Wasn't
yeah,
it?
cut
It was
out.
like cube or something. I know what you're talking
Remember
about. It was
when
like
Miss-
a cube.
Oh!
Right? In it was like second grade. No, in fifth grade.
Oh wow, I was way
No,
off.
fourth grade maybe. I don't know. We had this terrible teacher,
Okay.
this terrible substitute, and he was just so rude to like all the girls in the class for some reason. And I remember his name was Mr. Block, and
I was in like
That's it.
4th grade, and I thought I was so tough, and I was like, yeah, he's gonna go home and complain to his wife, Miss Triangle, and I thought it was like the coolest.
In university or something, right?
Yeah, and I went to the principal's office because I said his wife was Miss Triangle.
Oh.
Like, I'm like, if you're gonna seriously get that aggravated at me,
Mm.
Something's
you're
wrong with
crazy.
you.
I remember
Yeah.
the substitutes, like the weirdest substitutes. Like I remember that one that would just knit the entire time. I know.
Yo, I had a mix. I have a funny story about a
Shit,
substitute
I
teacher.
got some substitute teacher shit.
I'm gonna say, so just real quick, because I know we're pausing, but that's the point of our channel, so I don't even care. But I remember we had one substitute teacher in my history class my sophomore year,
Mm-hmm.
and it got to the point where they had to block the doors because people from the hallway were trying to peek in to see her because she was like a corn star or something. That was something in her field, not really corn star, but like something along those arts.
Oh, like a OnlyFans type of thing.
Yeah, but this was
But yes, probably
back
way before,
then.
yeah.
But like, she was like super young, substitute teacher. All the boys were drooling over her. Oh my God. And they were trying to come into the classroom, but it got to the point where like higher ups had to come sit inside the classroom and like lock it because people were trying to look inside just to see her. And eventually she never came back. I forgot her name.
Damn.
She was like really young.
I was gonna say, how do you think that did she ever like mention or say anything to the class about how she felt or all that?
No.
No.
But I'm sure
everyone
knew she felt some type of way.
of
But
course.
substitute teachers, they come in all shapes and colors
Mhm.
and personalities. Some were mean, some were fun.
Shoot, I had a substitute teacher that would sleep with rocks.
What?
That's what she told us.
Sleep with rocks?
Sleep with rocks. Yes.
What does that even mean?
Rocks
like
from
actual
outside?
rocks?
Yeah, rocks from outside and
The
put them
hell
in her
does
bed
that
and sleep.
mean? I don't know
Now,
what
whether
other
or not
rocks
that's
mean.
true or not, I don't know. And I recently just saw her at my job. Not gonna lie to you.
Oh God.
Like maybe
I would
last
have
month.
asked her.
Nah, I just put
Hey,
my
you
head
still
down.
sleep with rocks?
I just
Like,
put my head down. Didn't even pay attention.
I would
Some,
have
like,
substitute.
That's a good thing about
Oh my
growing
God,
up. They
Justin
don't
Story
recognize you after a
topic
minute.
of no
Yeah.
Justin's story. Yeah. Do you remember Justin's story?
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm telling it for
Okay.
him.
Our older brother was.
Our older brother was always tells us the story and it makes me laugh. He had a substitute and she was like sitting against the door or something because she didn't want kids to like leave the class. And she fell asleep, like leaning against the door of the fucking classroom. And then
Had to have been on drugs or something. And then somebody was walking by and they went to like check in on the class, like the principal, because when they're substitutes, like someone goes to check in, make sure they're doing good.
Right.
That's
right.
funny. It's like just what I
Yeah.
just said. That's
And they
crazy.
Hit the fucking lady, the substitute, with the door.
With the door. Yeah, and she just fell asleep
And she
in
like
front of
woke
the door.
up and was like,
That's
"Whoa."
crazy.
Like
I've
that's
also-
fucking insane.
Also, did I ever tell a story when I literally pulled the fire alarm? Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
I think you did.
Did I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Do you
I've-
recall?
I've never-
No.
One of
But
the
I
things-
never even
that was
done
also
that.
during a fire drill. You said that in a car video, right?
Yeah, there was no, I pulled the fire alarm in 3rd grade by accident, and it was the day that I had a substitute teacher, and the teacher, when I pulled the fire alarm, kept all the students inside because he knew it was a drill, and it was like right at the end of the school day. So instead of like evacuating the building, he was like, "This is definitely like going off by accident." Like,
Is he
everyone's safe that
crazy?
got fired.
That's yeah, like obviously.
That's a
we
safety
should let the
hazard.
kids
Oh, that's why he
know
said he
the
got
fire alarm
fired.
is alarming.
Fully my fault.
Yeah, but here's the thing. That
Damn.
teacher's
He's
an
supposed to
idiot for
let
fucking
him-
letting
yeah.
kids stay inside. If there's an
During a fire
alarm
drill.
going off,
That's a
leave the
safety
building.
hazard.
Yeah.
Correct. Common sense.
Easy way to
Yeah,
get
let the
fired.
alarms outside.
Easy
get
way.
inside. Right.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna keep expanding more on the topic while you think. Okay.
Go
Oh.
ahead.
It's so
Just go
proud when
talk,
he like
dude.
segues a conversation.
No,
I
like-
just want to get more into like the individuality.
let's do
part of
it.
So it's like 2nd grade didn't feel like I was separated.
Hold on,
from
wait.
you guys.
Gotta say one
Yeah.
thing. Remember when we did the talent show in 6th grade and I won that huge fucking teddy bear?
Huh.
No.
Yes, that
Dude.
that was at the talent show, but
It
you
was-
didn't
no, it
win
was a talent
it was a
show.
raffle.
And
Oh,
it was
shit.
a raffle, and mom gave me like $8 or something, and it was like $1 ticket, and I put all 8 of mine in for like this
The giant.
huge
It was like
bear.
8
Like
feet
it
tall.
was
Oh,
a
yeah,
bear,
he
like
was
a teddy bear. That was
guaranteed
like
to
7
probably
feet,
win.
8
I
feet.
do remember that.
And I put every ticket I had because like my probability needs to be high. And whenever I did raffles, I was always smart. When I was a kid, I would like look in to see which one had the least
Mhm.
amount.
I remember.
Even if I didn't
Smart.
like
I
it.
remember doing
Like
that.
I remember a fucking knitting club or some shit had it was like free knitting lessons from one of those substitutes. Do you remember that?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, it was like free knitting lessons.
Yeah, I
and-
remember me
and
and Chris
nobody
took-
me and Chris took a knitting class because I won the raffle.
Hmm.
I was fully
It's
there.
because I won the raffle.
You were?
I was fully there.
It's because I won the raffle. Yeah, it was like a free knitting class
Okay.
for like a month, and I saw the thing was empty, and I was like, I'm gonna put 6 in for the bear and like 2 in for the knitting
And
thing.
you won both.
And they
and I
won
won
both.
of them.
That's
'Cause
crazy.
no one else put in for the knitting one, so I like won by
I
default.
wish you didn't win the knitting.
No, I just felt like
Raffle.
it was cool to win back then.
Anyway,
so then I won, and then
so
I had free knitting classes.
second
and a
grade,
knitting
Chris.
bear.
didn't
Oh, he just keeps
Relax.
going.
Yeah, 5th grade is when it was kind of like the real moment, because that's when I started. That's when I got my like. That's when I started to like do worse in school almost, or realize that I was doing worse, and that's when I was like getting pulled out of the classes for like extra help and stuff like that.
Oh, I remember that AIS.
Damn, that's brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that's when I realized like, okay,
that sucks.
Next topic.
definitely not in the same school.
What's the next
so,
question about individuality? Do we have it?
I remember in 6th grade, my teacher got in a full argument with me and then realized that I was right. So as an apology, he gave me Welch's gummy snacks, kept me in during recess, and
What?
showed me YouTube videos of like pugs on the TV. I'm like, I
Huh.
would have rather been at recess.
What the wait a minute?
That's so rare. What are y'all doing in Massachusetts?
What? I can
What are
okay,
you guys
okay,
doing
okay.
in Massachusetts?
Let's slow it down. The Welch's is fine. Giving
Yeah,
a kid
that's
Welch's,
fine.
whatever. But keeping him inside to watch pugs on YouTube?
I mean, they could do that at home, but
What the fuck?
it's a little weird. I would
Remember
take
Nick,
advantage
like,
of recess,
beefing with
y'all.
teachers at such a young age.
Me too.
Because I've
Nick
always
was like
been,
dueling with
I've
substitutes
always
at
been
like 4th
stubborn.
grade.
I've always been stubborn, and I've always been correct. Those are 2 things that have been in my
Kid, you
life
were, like,
ever since I
6.
was. And I was right.
Remember the hockey stick guy?
Yes.
Say it.
This guy was a substitute teacher, and he was arguing with me, and he's like, "You're not paying attention. I'm just gonna." He knew I played hockey. I had a hockey stick like on my jacket, and he was like, "I wasn't paying attention." So to speak, in his words, I was fully paying attention. And it's like, instead of, my least favorite thing with teachers was when I didn't know what was going on. And instead of like taking the extra time to like try and help me or like get me help
Mm-hmm.
or just even show me what to do, they just blame it on like, oh, you're not paying attention.
Mhm.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
trying your hardest.
Yeah.
That's the
Of
So
excuse.
it's
course.
like, oh, you're not paying attention. I'm like, I'm fully trying to pay attention. He goes, oh, I'm trying to hit you over the head with a hockey stick. So that you start.
Oh, such a
When
cringe.
Chris was
And he
Yeah.
said it super sarcastically, like as a joke, like, "Oh, I'll just hit you with a hockey stick," and like pointed at his jacket because he had the little stick, whatever.
That one I feel
Oh.
terrible about.
And Nick went to the principal's office and was like, "Oh, I feel threatened by like the
I didn't know. I
substitute."
didn't like, really dramatize it. I kind of just told the school exactly what happened, but they have to take like those situations like to
And they
a
fired
severe-
the guy.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
one I feel terrible about. That one I'm not.
Damn, that's
Well, don't
2
make
people
stupid-
got
Sorry,
fired.
not sorry,
Yeah,
but sorry.
don't
Well,
make
it was like, he
stupid
was also
ass
kinda
jokes.
dead
It was
serious.
cringy.
It
Oh
was a
my
really
god, my
weird-
favorite Nick experience with a teacher has to be art class in like 7th grade.
What the hell
She is
happened?
a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
I love teachers. I think teachers are some of the most nice people on this earth and some of the most underpaid
Some of
people
them.
on this earth. If there's a good teacher, but there's some teachers that literally don't like children and need
Yeah.
to quit their fucking job.
Yes.
If
I
you don't
agree.
like kids and you don't
You
have
could just tell by the way that they speak to you, bro.
There's one that my 9th grade year, first period. I
Just
had
shouldn't even
math.
be there.
I had math, my first period in 9th grade. That teacher did not give a crap about us. She would always talk about mountain biking because she was in a mountain biking club. And she was talking about all these dates she used to go on with people. Not in full detail, but like she used to
Right.
try to dress up a certain way.
Mhm.
And then eventually she got married. I'm like, I'm glad I was gone at that point.
Right,
I didn't have
yeah.
to see her again.
Nah, to be honest with you guys, it's just you know when they just don't like kids. You know.
passion to teach them about the subject you are teaching, you need to quit your job now.
Yeah.
Seriously, because like you're much needed elsewhere. You could have a fucking amazing job somewhere else,
Yeah.
right? But it's the same teacher, she was an art teacher. If you showed any self-expression in your art class and didn't
Mhm.
follow the art curriculum, you'd get in trouble or like sent to the principal's office. And this idiot was like, "Oh, it's like I drew a fucking pumpkin." in like 7th grade because I had no idea what else to draw, and it was fucking, it was 7th grade, and it was this fall, and I had no idea what else to draw. I drew a fucking pumpkin, and she was like, "Oh, you could definitely add more details to this." I was like, "No, I'm done. I just want to turn it in as is. Like, I'm done with it. Like, this is what I'm done with. This is what I've created." And she was like, "No, you need to add more detail. Like, this is not a finished product." I was like, "This is a fucking finished product.
This is my finished product.
Like, take it, you idiot."
Yeah.
And she refused to just grade me and take my finished fucking drawing, and then ripped it and threw it in the trash. So I told her to fuck herself and got sent to the principal.
I would have laughed too.
Yo, Nick! I didn't know
Nick's
you
a
was like
savage.
that. Time.
Nick is savage.
Time. I've
Outs.
never cursed at a teacher.
No, but I know some classmates that did my sophomore year. I have I have some good stories of high school with other people.
Oh yeah, of course, me too.
Did I tell you? I told you.
Yeah, you told me a lot of them.
I'll say it real quick, but it was in my chemistry class, and her name at the time, I'll say it because she's married now, Miss Budson, and literally my sophomore class in particular, it was 2nd period, and the teacher was having an argument with obviously someone I know. I don't even remember what it was about, but they kept going back and forth, and then more people were adding in because it had something to do with the teacher. Like, nobody in my class, including myself, nobody liked the teacher. So they kept going back and forth. More people kept getting added. And then eventually people started walking outside the class, like just walking out the classroom. Yeah. And she was like trying to chase, "Oh, you're going to get ISS if you don't come back into the classroom." And people still stayed out there and did not get ISS for it. Damn. I hated that teacher, bro.
Yeah, no, there's some bad teachers, bro. Bad, but I've never cursed at a teacher.
Cursing, no.
I've argued.
They did. I didn't.
I've argued, but I've never cursed out. I told a teacher to mind her beeswax, and I got like in-school suspension for it. Why? I was in 4th grade.
That's in-school ISS.
Yeah. I got that for telling her to mind her beeswax. That's all I literally said that.
Do you remember what it was about?
I think she was asking me a question if this kid was talking to me or something when they weren't supposed to, and I was like, "Mind your beeswax." I didn't even say mind your business, but whatever.
That's funny.
But it's like, I don't even understand how. I remember when he got up. No, she went to send you to the principal's office, and you go, "I'm leaving anyway." And you crumpled out something, threw it, and then she ripped it. So I crumpled the rest of it up, and I threw it at her face, and I went to the principal's office. But it's like, for there to even be a curriculum other than participate in art class is what blows my mind.
Yeah. That's like the same thing as gym.
Mm-hmm. I didn't choose to take art. I have to take art.
Nick,
it's
or
7th grade.
Good thing about the situation.
The curriculum for art class should be try your fucking best. Seriously.
Right.
I agree. Nothing past that. Because it's like, I'm sorry I'm not as gifted as fucking Picasso. I did my best to draw fucking pumpkin, and you're losing your shit over it.
Nick, listen.
Nick, listen. Art teacher, if you want to take your job more seriously, the fucking Harvard School of Art or fucking whatever, there's fucking so many art colleges down the street.
Tell them about her jeans.
First day of school.
I was about to say that crazy bitch was wearing fucking pants on backwards.
Jeans
backwards. She had a zipper on her ass.
It's like, yeah, you're a very artistic fucking crazy.
I can't.
She needed a job severely elsewhere.
She was insane.
I hate that lady.
She was
so
just
much.
wonky. Like, she seemed crazy.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't, Matt, enough playing the fucking game of sorry on the table.
Matt, you're not even funny, dude. Let's go.
She genuinely one of the worst teachers I ever had. For there to be a curriculum in art, absolutely
even Matt was
blows
getting
my
hate
mind.
from the art class in like 6th grade.
Second
grade. 4th grade.
4th.
Yep.
You guys are
Sorry.
But yeah, I hate art teachers that try anything like
Yeah.
that. Like, and I also hate another thing I could rant about forever is like, I don't like the idea of like when people are like, "Oh, respect adults." It's like, my respect is earned even if I'm a fucking 4th grader and you're my teacher. If you're gonna disrespect me and I know that I'm being disrespected and I'm only in 4th grade, I'm putting my fucking foot down. Because there was so many times where like I'd argue with teachers. There's so many times where
4th grade Nick, Matt putting his foot down.
There's so many times I was like a little prepubescent idiot, and I was like in 4th grade literally, but I was one of the most opinionated and stubborn kids in the grade because it's like I wouldn't allow teachers to like
just walk all over me. You know what I mean? And it's like for me to be in 4th grade and feel like that is just like, and I don't think I was that unreasonable. You know what I mean? Any time that I was aggravated at a teacher or like someone in like a power position at school or something, I felt 100% just in my opinion.
Yeah.
Every single time. And I wouldn't change a thing. But it's just like, I think that there's too many adults in this world that expect to be like respected by kids without showing kids respect. I feel like not gonna work like that. It's not an age thing.
That's an everyday life too.
No Correct.
It is a two-way
Like,
street.
and if I like a teacher, I'm a great student. I don't like talking like this and like making myself sound like a crazy lunatic. But it's like, if I feel like a teacher cares for me and they're doing their actual best at their own job, then I'm gonna
show you respect. Yeah.
Reciprocate that exact same energy. But it's like if a teacher blatantly does not care about you, then it's like you.
Why am I gonna care about you?
Yeah. Exactly.
Seriously.
Exactly.
Nick, you're
next,
awesome.
or are we good?
Didn't like that.
You're awesome.
Are we good? Yeah,
I
I'm
think-
prepared for the next part.
All right, next part of individuality is like, what hobbies we had that the other two didn't that made us realize like,
Dude, I remember having so many individual hobbies growing up, and then at some point it got so many where you guys are just like, no, Chris was the individual hobby warrior. This
Literally
motherfucker
couldn't
took
get enough.
parkour, he took guitar,
You
he
guys
had
would make fun of me
skateboarding,
all the
he did
time.
like karate.
we did a lot.
Because I tried to be
I did
individual.
karate with Chris.
No, and I think that it's really cool. Like Chris, we all had a different phase in our life. I think with being triplets, where we were like, we need to do something individual, and like we always have seeked out for individuality. Than being a trio, that it's like we were taking on like the most random side quests or doing things just because we wanted to be an individual. Like there were some things that none
I
of us
think
had
that I was
passion
most
for.
individual in my life growing up when I was a kid because I wasn't scared of being judged. And then once I got to like high school and shit, I cared too much about what other people thought, and then I quit everything.
Yeah, I could definitely
Yeah.
see
Like,
that.
growing
It's
Yeah.
up,
usually
I did
what happens.
parkour,
High
I did
school
fucking-
is like the hardest to kind of like be yourself in because a lot of judgment. There's a lot of judgment. So it's like,
But it's like now I wish I could like smack myself back then and be like, Raven, just wake up, stay woke.
right.
You're not you don't need to care about what other people think because everyone is living their own lives. No one cares about what you do outside of school unless you're close with them. But it's like same as you get older. Do not give a crap about what other people think about you. You are your own person. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise.
Facts.
Period.
Facts.
Guitar.
Skateboarding all the time. I was playing the guitar. I played the drums. Like I played so many instruments growing up. And then once I got to high school, I thought it like wasn't cool to do anything but like play sports and lift weights. So then I
Damn.
tried to just pretend to do all that shit and have fun. And realistically, I think quitting guitar and not like learning music more in high school is like probably one of my biggest regrets ever.
Yeah.
if
Damn.
I'm being honest. But like I loved it so much. I own like what 4 guitars.
A lot of
dude,
drumsticks.
a lot of drumsticks. I used
Okay.
to drive people fucking crazy because I would just play all day.
No, yeah, I used to go to Chris's room and just like steal his drumsticks because it was just never ending happening from his room. But I loved it so
All
much.
right, we're all gonna
dude.
go around and say the 3 things that we did most as individuals, like our individual hobbies. You kind of already said
Okay.
yours, but just add on, like say yours overall. Just recap it. I don't know. Just
Okay, I'll
I can
recap
start.
it for
Go
you.
ahead. Parkour,
Just go,
skateboarding.
Matt.
Do your own, you
Yeah,
fucking moron.
You can start.
Like,
Like,
I
I
just
just
talked
talked
about
about
my own fucking shit.
No,
You
I
got what I
understand.
was
I
trying to
understand,
do?
but
Okay.
you should say your own to like set
Correct.
the tone so that he can like come back and like.
But he just
Yeah.
did it. That's
It's
why
okay,
I was
Matt.
like, it's
Go.
easier
Ah,
if he
stupid
just
fuck.
does it than I do.
Yo.
I gotta think now.
Okay, I can
Like
start.
he makes me want to fall asleep, like, cause he's like talks like this the whole time. And he's like,
Stop! Don't do that.
Go ahead, Matt. Cherish your most individual thing. At least if I had.
And then he talks right after. It sounds exactly like him. Just listen. He sounds exactly like him.
Cause he's like
Same tone.
talks like this the whole time, and he's like,
Now-
wait,
now
I'm gonna
look
start
at
doing
Matt.
this podcast like Matt. Like, go ahead, Matt. Cherish your most
on,
individual
ready?
things. At least if I had something, I'd speak about
pretty-
it. You know?
they sound-
Yeah.
the
I'm
tone
gonna
is
start
the
Close.
same.
My 3 was probably,
Oh.
as weird as it sounds, because it wasn't like an individual hobby of mine. Like it wasn't an actual hobby for me to have. But I'd say you're really distracting me. I'd say like
I'm not trying to distract you. Just cherish your 3. Like, you already went. It's easy. You're
it's not funny
Like,
at all.
this is Matt. Like,
It's
dude,
not
how the
funny.
fuck am I supposed to stay?
It's not funny as he's laughing at it.
Asleep and whispering in my ear.
Like, I don't have these on because I don't want to fucking fall asleep. Like, wake the fuck up and speak.
Go ahead.
Wow.
You
I'd
idiot.
say my top 3 was probably gymnastics. I did gymnastics
Oh.
for 2 years.
Oh wow.
I'd say, God, I just think if you like doing that now.
Yeah, I'm not nearly as flexible or
That's
physical
why I
as
thought
I
of
used
it,
to
'cause
be.
in my head, I just
pictured Nick doing like a round off fucking.
I used to be great.
You
I
used to be insane. Like,
Yeah.
I would go to the lessons and watch, and I remember one day he did that like trampoline balance beam into like a fucking pad and like did a
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, that would have
okay.
been so cool if they had footage of him doing
Was,
this.
I
was something I did
know.
that was individual. I'd say a lot of my individual hobbies, because I wasn't like a physical person, like other than gymnastics, was just like hanging out with people without you guys. Like I had a lot of friends that you guys weren't necessarily friends with, and like I'd hang out with them alone. And then also just like spending time with my mom. Like the 3 most, like it was literally spending time with friends, spending time with my mom, and gymnastics. Like me and my mom, especially with like me, Matt, and Chris. Like another thing too that I want to clear up. Sorry, I'm talking forever today, but
Same as
Another
us.
thing I wanted to say is like when I know I've probably said this and you guys are probably quoting me when you're like making these TikToks and edits, but a lot of people think that there was a point in my life where like I thought that Matt and Chris hated me or like I hated them, and it was never a hate thing, and I never felt like really disliked by Matt and Chris. It was more of just like I always knew they liked me. It was just like we didn't get along to the severity of which we do now. It was
Didn't see
very,
eye to eye
like,
on
Matt and
something.
Chris are
Right.
still my brothers, my best friends. We were like hanging out every single day. Our relationship is just a lot closer. But like when I was younger, me, Matt, and Chris weren't as close, and we used to not get along as much and like be arguing with each other. Me and my mom, she used to like take me on like little trips or like talk to me and like bring me places and talk to me like off the ledge for like 8 hours or like 2 days, depending on whatever I wanted to do, and then like just put me in the right headspace for when I was back with Matt and Chris. And it's also like she's not one of those parents that was like talking shit about her children, but she genuinely just saw all of our perspectives. So she would
Yeah,
like
that's the
take
one-
me
the
out.
best
thing that mom and dad did growing up is like not dressing us alike and like keeping things individual. Yeah, 'cause, like,
Right.
my
Mhm.
mom, she used to like, and another thing is like when parents are like telling, like if I were like some parents, like when you complain about your sibling, the parent can like add on and like also talk shit about the sibling. But it was never like that where it's like when I would ask mom like, oh, my mom, for example, took me on like a 3-day trip to Connecticut because she knew that I
Oh,
needed to
shit.
do that.
Yeah.
And we were never talking shit about Matt and Chris, but I used to complain about like where our relationship was at. She'd just hear me out and like give me advice, and then like also talk to me, Matt and
Not
Chris.
even
and it
like
was
Christmas, like mom and dad would get me like a pair of shoes and Matt like notebooks and Nick like hex bugs. Like they did good on like
Bug,
like-
bro.
I feel like triplet parents often like would suffer by like just getting them the fucking same thing. Like
Yeah.
like and that never really happened with us.
Besides
I
the
never
phone,
felt like
but
we were
yeah,
so
yeah.
clone like and triplet like. The only people that do it is like outside people that are just weirdos. But yeah.
I
The
feel
only
like
people who do it are people who are not actually our friend. Like if
Yeah.
people are like triplets or triplet this and triplet that, it's like you're not that close to us. You know what I mean? 'Cause
Yeah.
no one actually sees us as like
Triplets.
triplets other
Yeah.
than like the outside perspective.
I think
agree.
my 3 hobbies were like shit at home, really, because I was like video game,
Homebody.
arts and
Mhm.
crafts,
Gotta love
nerd,
it.
like shit like that.
You love, like, Legos all the
drawing,
time.
writing, like shit like that.
Oh
at
my
home.
god, yeah, you're doing Legos and you got your head bashed in. The golf club.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
You
yeah.
had a long time.
I'm
I know
okay.
this was like a battle you guys were
No, I'm
having.
good.
Okay.
I think I'm okay with it.
No, I think you already said what. Yeah.
I literally talked for 5
That's
minutes.
fine.
about
It's
it.
okay,
That's
Matt.
fine.
I understand.
I
that-
just wanted to like each be like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and move on.
Right.
But you guys had like full backstories and everything, and that's fine. Go for it, do your thing. But I was just
No,
like,
it's
to
an amazing
recap and
job
move
at like
on. That's what I
segueing
thought.
that.
Yeah, that's
Why
what
don't
I
you
thought. It
segue
was
us again then?
all right, next topic is music.
Why are you slouching?
Can I just be comfortable? Does
Nope.
it matter how I sit to,
Yeah, it
to
does.
fucking like talk? I'd flip upside down with my feet
I'm gonna
hanging
start
out,
melting
and with
into
the
the,
mic on there.
into the mic as well.
I like having my feet up against this wall because it's
Stop
comfortable.
doing whatever the fuck you're doing.
He's vibrating on the
Stop,
couch.
stop, and it's
You know that
comfortable.
dude, the weirdo dude on TikTok where he's like, your hair looks so fluffy, and they did like the bounce thing. That's what he just did. That weird.
I don't know who that
I
is.
don't know, it's just
Me
like-
neither.
Dude's like live, and someone's like, "Oh, your hair looks so fluffy," and he goes, "Really?" And he like goes like this. Like that's what Matt just did.
Hmm.
Okay, that's
I don't know what that
insane.
is.
Yeah.
I just like having my feet planted up
Cool.
against this wall. That's all.
Awesome.
I don't like any type of hair conversation. I know that's random. You just brought it up, but I hate like seeing a TikTok about like Matt's hair. It's like it drives me actually crazy, and it's probably because I'm just related to you, so I can't handle it. Like when people are like,
Is he bring back his middle part? Oh, Matt's hair looks so soft. Like, oh, Chris's hair was wet like last podcast. Like, I can't do any of the hair conversation.
Oh.
Kill it now.
Did he think I asked for that?
No, I'm just doing that blanket statement.
Look
Not
at
really
look
for
at
you
says the
guys.
one that just dyed his hair blonde, and he doesn't want to talk about hair on the internet.
No, I'm talking about like that's like a simple thing. And
In
it's like,
today's video, I called him a big yellow beast because of his hair.
yeah, so what I'm saying is, like, yeah, that was a moment in time. I was like, oh, I dyed my hair fun. But it's like, I don't wake up every single day and talk about.
Did you throw on that necklace and shirt today because of your hair?
No, I put the shirt on, and then I saw we got matched necklaces in Hawaii when we were with Nathan. And I saw him and his the other day. So I was like, oh, I wanted to like match it because like we're not together right now. So I put this on.
Mm.
Smart
that's
guy.
Actually beautiful.
Yeah.
Anyway, music. How do we feel like our individual music?
Oh, they kinda
journeys
talked
and
about
how do we
this a little
balance
bit.
that, even though we
Mhm.
don't
Just a little
balance it,
bit.
but how
I'm
do
on
we
aux
try
every
to?
single day ever.
Yep.
Every time. Nick deals with it. He suffers through the pain of me
No,
playing
I
what
actually
want.
have learned to like. We talk about this so much. I want to keep it brief. Like I've learned to really like adapt my music
I was
taste
gonna say.
really
Yeah,
broad across the board. I
adapting.
can listen to absolutely anything because Matt and Chris have a different music taste than each other, and then they have a different music taste when we're all together, and I have a music taste of my own. So
I
it's like
could
the music I
legit
listen to
do
is
jazz
constantly
on
different.
in my room and be chilling.
I have.
Whoa.
Oh.
Oh.
Whenever you're sitting there
Chris.
with that open sign behind you, I just think like, wow, he would like flip a good patty or something.
Like, I don't
Okay.
know that one at all.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that at all.
I
I'm
have
just
no
saying.
idea.
Like it's like you
Um,
in the open sign, like if you had a little hat on, like a little paper.
Oh,
hat.
like the white
I
hat.
think
Yeah, yeah.
On
No,
to
I'm
the-
just thinking because I was talking about this necklace earlier and how I got it in Hawaii, and I've just been like thinking about it since I said that, how devastated I am with what happened in Hawaii. Like it's
Oh.
Oh,
so
yeah,
no,
Maui,
it's
yeah.
so-
Yeah.
It's
No, like
so-
because I'm smiling because I was just like we were like having a fun conversation, but it's like it genuinely was like I donated and story shared, and I don't like story sharing for things like that, not because I don't want to bring awareness, but because since like I'm someone who has money in this world,
Right,
like
they-
I'm fortunate in that position, I don't
Mhm.
like being like, oh, everyone go donate when it's like I'm in a position where I'm more likely to have the ability to
Like when
donate to
Kim
that
That
situation.
that does an actual change.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
like that. Like I'm not gonna.
Sorry.
No, it's like I'm not. That's why I was afraid. So it's like I donated, did my part, brought awareness to it on my story, but I was like genuinely like I'm not gonna be traveling to Maui until they have like the facilities they have to rebuild their actual.
No, yeah.
Right,
It is
yeah.
absolutely. It is.
What terrifies me is like the people on the news that were like, I know this podcast is also pre-filmed, so it's like not as relevant to like what was happening and why, and I don't know where they're gonna be at when this comes out.
Mm.
But like the people
That's
that were
crazy.
complaining
Mhm.
about like their fucking vacation being ruined and shit like that. It's like there are literally
not even
fuck
about
yourself.
there are
that.
so,
Right,
many, there are so
yeah.
many people that they
Yeah.
were putting in the news that were genuinely like died, lost
You
their
mean Matt.
home completely.
Missing. Some people are
it's like-
missing.
and it's like it's
And
really
it's like
scary.
one of their main shopping centers too. And
Yeah,
it's
and
like,
it's really scary because like we were just there, and it's like a lot of the like money that like the island makes and like how the island runs is from tourism. So it's like not only that, but it's like they're not only is like their communities and their homes wiped out, but their inability to be able to have tourists come.
Yeah.
Like
it
with that
kills
happening,
their.
is going to also help the island suffer, and no one's going to help. So it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it just is a really
yeah,
sad
it
and
is
scary
really
scenario.
sad, and it is really crazy that we were literally just there. Like how long ago? Like not
no,
even that-
literally, and,
And
that
I mean, like I think about like just like timing and everything like that, and it truly is like absolutely crazy that we did get to experience that environment before that tragedy
Right
happened,
before,
and
yeah.
it's like
And you
I
got
don't know,
out of
it's
there.
just crazy
Mhm.
to think of, and we'll have that video on our YouTube channel, exactly where that happened, like embedded in our channel forever.
Mhm.
And
And
that's
it's just
just what like makes me so devastated is because Hawaii has genuinely been one of the only places I've gone to travel that's genuinely like really, really, really stuck with me. And I love Hawaii, and it's like everyone there was so
Mm.
kind and nice. And it's just like it's so sad that like because some people have it in their perspective of like, oh no, like my vacation is ruined, like
No,
my
yeah.
vacation spot is
think
gone. And
about-
it's like there are so many people that genuinely lived there
Yeah,
that
now they're dead.
cannot,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
they don't have
Or they-
like
yeah.
anything anymore.
It is so,
And that
Nothing.
is
very
just so
sad.
devastating.
Gotta start from scratch.
Mm. I think I don't know. With all the people that are donating and all that stuff, it will get better and it'll be fixed. But it is really devastating. I feel horrible for the locals that live there
Yeah.
right now.
Mhm.
Well, that's all I wanted to say. We
Yeah.
can move on and
Next
follow our actual
segue.
topic.
Clothing. Speaking of that Hawaii necklace, clothing and jewelry and stuff.
That Hawaii necklace.
I can't find mine.
Damn,
better
Chris.
find
No
it.
idea where it went.
You're a
Mm.
fucking idiot. Seriously.
And we all got them to match.
Well, you
and
lose
everything.
everything.
Yeah, and that's like all five of us. Like we had like really cute friendship matching necklaces, and you just lost it.
Mm.
Shit.
Okay. Clothing, whatnot. How do we feel like our style is different from one another?
Here he goes
We
again.
just talked about
Like,
this.
I
I
feel
feel
like.
like.
Yeah.
I know we have this like in the thing, but
Yeah.
we
That
just
was
talked
the
about it,
last
like,
video.
Scream.
I do feel like we just talked about that.
Yeah.
For some reason.
Yeah.
I don't think it was a
Friday.
topic recently, but I think that we like really covered it. Like we're good.
Okay, so after that, balancing time to be an individual person and in individual personally and in work life.
This
So-
is hard.
What?
That balancing. What you just fucking read, dude? I'm just answering your little thing.
Well, I asked the question. It's not like
Read
it
it
wasn't
again,
supposed
Matt.
to be hard.
Stupid.
Balancing time to be an individual personally and in work life.
Yeah, balancing myself to be an individual and a work life is hard.
Okay.
That was all you were gonna say?
And I was gonna elaborate, but then he made
Okay.
me sound stupid.
It's hard.
Period.
It's
Talking-
hard. Talking to me about
It's a really
hard
hard
thing.
thing.
Go ahead, Matt. You share us. You
I
share
would
us.
say-
What is it?
I would say work life, it is very difficult because we do all of our jobs is like we main focus group account content, all that type of stuff. So everything that we want to do for personal.
What are you laughing at?
No, I just noticed like I don't want to say it because it's like
Okay,
it's
then just shut
irrelevant.
up.
Yeah, I'll wait.
Everything we do like individually, we have to like find our own time for and find
And posting
an
like
open spot that's
Mhm.
out of like
everything.
our normal working hours that we would be doing as a group.
I feel personally like it's impossible for me to do anything on my own.
I agree.
I agree.
Because we like when we film for our channel, we have to post 3 times a week, which is pretty crazy. Honestly, it's a
Mhm.
lot. we
Yes,
do.
it is.
like-
We post
Every
3 on
day.
the 3, at
Every
least
day.
3, 4 daily.
But
Which
I
one's
know
like
for
four?
them, like
It's a little bit harder. They got more.
they
going
also
on.
have like brand stuff that they may have going on,
Yeah, of
birthdays
course.
and all that. So
Of course.
it is a lot. Like if you are ever thinking about becoming a content creator, just know that so much stuff comes with it. Listen, it is the
Go
most.
ahead.
I don't know. It's so much fun doing this. Just knowing that I get to do this. Like I work at my bum job, whatever, but I get to come home and do this. And there's an audience that enjoys it.
Mhm.
And most of the videos that we watch are actually entertaining and good. So it's like,
Y'all gave us some good suggestions.
Some
We've been
really good
sticking with that for
suggestions.
months.
Listen,
months.
if you want to be a content creator, do it. Just know that so much stuff comes with it. I mean, time.
management, like
Habits, good habits, discipline. You said discipline already? Discipline, consistency.
that's the big one. Biggie, ding.
Yeah, and it's not that you have to post like us 3 videos in one day. We just do it
Nah.
because we got the time.
And we
for
love
the most
y'all,
part,
so
and we
why
love
not?
y'all. But just know that it's gonna take time. It takes time.
Gotta take time.
like filming a whole hour podcast every day or for every Monday, and then coming up with a brief for that. Like coming up with what we're gonna talk about in a brief and stuff takes a full day. Filming
you
it
gotta
takes,
think about that
pretty
too.
much a while. Friday videos, Wednesday videos, it's a lot, and I feel like with what I want to do with my personal thing, I'm kind of putting on pause while we just really focus on making good quality group content. You know what I mean? And also like adding a personal thing to my life. Like it's hard to be a creator and post so much and then come up with more creative ideas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that has to be like some of the
Mhm.
hardest stuff is like, oh, what can we even talk about and talked about before? Like even today filming this episode, I feel like we've brought up so many things we've done before. You know what I mean? And that's why I want to wait for it to be the best time it can be and then just strike.
Yeah, doing a lot as a group, I wouldn't change any of it, and I feel like we all managed to have a good amount of time that we put toward individual projects.
I agree.
Because there is like this crazy balance of like, yes, it's like people haven't really seen like the impact of us working individually yet,
Mm.
but it will happen. And I feel like, yeah, and it'll happen. And I feel like we're all really like, we're working toward the same goal.
Mhm.
And I enjoy doing shit as a group because sometimes I think, and I'm like, oh, would I rather like, oh, really put a lot of effort into something individually? And it's like, there's nothing I could do individually that I'd want to like do as much as I do stuff with you guys. You know what I mean?
And I feel like
That's sweet.
part of like group work and stuff like that is bringing our individual personalities into
I agree.
into
Because
group
dude,
work.
it's like crazy.
So
A
it's
lot of
like-
people like we are talking about this because we know, but a lot of our viewers don't really understand how different we are and what different aspirations we have. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
people
Like,
see
there's
us as
actually
so
so much
similar.
different shit that we're all working on that I know, obviously,
but they don't know, the viewers, and that's probably like gonna be a big shock to them.
Yeah,
at
and
some
like
point, how
it
different
is
it
crazy
can
too,
be.
because it's like
Surprises.
They do say that they have a
how much
lot.
work we're putting in group wise, and I'm like, it's crazy how like I announced my yesterday's problem like Instagram account because I want to do stuff on there, and I wanted like I'm not gonna do anything on it until it's perfect, and I realized that like I did that
You
like
did
a
say
month
that.
ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
and
crazy.
there's like it's been minimum progress since I did that, and I'm still not gonna do anything with that until I get
Yeah.
to the point where it's perfect and I'm ready to go and
Yeah.
want to. So, but it's just crazy with like how behind I feel, even though I'm working so hard.
Right.
I've talked to so many creators while we've been out at places, and I've been like, they'd be like, oh, like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm a YouTuber and like podcaster with my brothers. And they're like, oh, wow, how often do you post? I'm like 3 times a week. And every creator I've ever said that is in sheer shock, especially when they find out that I edit 2 out of the 3 videos. Yeah. Because it's like a lot of people like don't have a posting schedule and they post like once every like 3 weeks or like,
Facts.
once every week. And it's like, well,
Depends. It just
Not
depends.
us.
Not us though. Not
We
us.
posting on the daily.
Daily,
Posting on the
every day.
daily.
Yeah.
what we actually do is like I know I used to think when I was like not a creator and people would like when creators would talk about like how hardworking their job is, I wouldn't believe it until I actually became one.
Yeah.
And that's why it's like I'm blessed
Days are
that-
packed.
and we're all
Mhm.
blessed that we've had the perspective of like we just were talking about Star Market last week, and it's like we've had the perspective
before
of like
and
working a job that is like I hate the word
I
norm.
don't-
I
I
hate the
wouldn't
word
even-
Yeah, it's a
normal, but I say,
job, not
like,
a career.
like relatable.
Yeah.
Like people can relate to those jobs.
I wouldn't even compare like for me it's literally 2 totally different fields of life Yeah.
to like Yeah.
One of our
even compare. That's why I
friends,
hate
one of our
doing
friends
it.
that works a 9 to 5 literally said he said it perfectly where it's like he goes into work, he has the 9 to 5, and then he goes
Mhm.
home and he's done with work for the day. But when it's like shit with us 3, our work life could be anywhere from like you're working from 2 in the morning to fucking
Yeah, there's no like
Dude,
you don't
it's
leave
crazy,
work.
like,
There's
ever.
no
Like,
set
what
time,
irritates
yeah.
me, this is kind of off topic, but it's so funny, and I feel like I have to share it. Is like right at the beginning of our like start of our like career on the internet, like around like 2 million and like 1 million area. Like if you
Okay.
think about it, that was like a year ago now, which is honest. It's like really crazy to think about how fast we just like appeared.
Yeah,
kinda.
I
Talk
hate
to
it.
us.
Yeah.
It's
Talk
only
to
been, like,
us.
2
Go ahead, go
years
ahead.
that we've been
Drop some
doing
gems.
the internet shit, and like only a year of that has been like being extremely like successful with it. Like it's pretty wild to think about it. But like right when we started like blowing up and stuff, I would have nightmares of like getting canceled and like
Mhm.
fucking like
Oh.
waking up to like some crazy shit happening or like
Cause you could.
What?
It's so easy to get canceled nowadays. Cause anything that
Over
you just
anything.
over anything.
Y'all are too sensitive.
Anything.
I'm sensitive, but y'all are too sensitive.
Like-
not you guys in particular.
No.
But people.
It's so easy to get canceled, but you also have to. Like, there's just so much that you have to think about with doing this. Everything that you say, especially live.
Yeah,
Like
you
if
gotta-
you're
yeah.
live and you say it, oh, there's no going back.
You gotta be real careful.
There's no going back.
That's why hopefully in the future, if something like that decides to pop up, like we gotta be on our P's and Q's.
No,
We'll be
I
alright.
don't, I
though.
don't see that ever happen. I'm
We'll
not
be
gonna
alright.
lie to you.
like
We'll be
fucking
alright.
I don't know why, but like I would literally toss and turn at night of just pure fear of like being canceled.
See,
And
I've never had
even
that,
like
though.
not
Mhm.
doing anything as a
Yeah.
person. Like I would
Yeah.
legit have fear of like
Or
getting
something being
canceled or something,
released.
even though
Ugh.
I'm never doing anything cancelable
Yeah.
really ever.
I think it's
Yeah.
just because of how much people blow everything out of proportion.
That
and
too.
how-
This
and how
generation
scary-
is
and
good
how much
for it.
people just
Mhm.
lie on the internet,
Yeah.
like for
I
fun.
feel like a
It's
lot,
like terrifying.
and
Yeah.
it is crazy with like how serious people think some situations are when like it didn't even like pass my brain for 2 seconds. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like some
Mm.
people are like, Matthew Cerniolo, this, that, this, and then in my head it's just like, none of that mattered to me when I woke
No,
up.
like I legit
Mhm.
remember
That-
one time I had a full nightmare that I was accidentally Instagram live, like when I went in like the shower, and I was like traumatized. I woke up like turning and sweating. 'cause I
Oh my
thought-
God.
I thought I went.
There's not one time I can be fully comfortable naked in my shower. I know it sounds crazy, but that's not a nightmare.
You just gotta
I've
keep the
had,
phone
but
out,
genuinely,
out the
every
bathroom.
time I'm completely undressed and like getting redressed or like getting in the shower. Or
Feels
something,
like someone's watching.
I am
or
in like a deep fear that something's on me.
No,
Someone's
I-
eyes, a camera,
Mhm.
something.
No, I
like
get
I have
so
not been
scared,
naked
like-
for more than like other than the shower, like when I'm drying off and putting clothes on, I've not been naked for more than like 3 minutes because I'm just like
I
terrified
get so
that something
scared.
Jesus.
Every time I shit, I'll leave my phone in the other room because I'm like, I can't even like
I
risk
started
this.
I
Yeah,
started
it's actually
putting-
weird because even like with like just holding my phone, it's so weird.
This is
bro.
the weirdest shit
No,
we've
It's
ever
so
said.
weird.
No,
but
I've
it's
started.
true.
I've started to put like.
That's so
like,
scary.
I've started to, when I listen to music in the shower, leaving my phone out of the shower instead of bringing it into the shower with me, and like putting my toothpaste over the camera just in case.
I
and
just
then
get
face
so
down.
scared.
Like I'm not even
Yeah.
joking, just horrified.
What were we saying right before
Hmm.
that? We were just talking about
That's
like
true.
just
We don't
Yeah,
think
that's
about
scary.
and how like
Yeah, and
much
it's like
we-
I hate.
I also hate like the term work for it because it's like the job that we have is like the
Fun.
best thing ever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I
Right.
enjoy it, but it's like to deny that it's hard work would be not telling the truth, and that's all I
Yeah.
have to say.
That is
Dude,
100%.
We have so many
Mhm.
different solo aspirations, but I feel like in order for them to complete, we would have to like sacrifice a little bit of group stuff, and that's
I
why
agree.
it's not happening.
But that's why I don't want to like sacrifice anything.
Yeah, me either. I feel
But
like
I also
unless,
feel like I have this terrible like can-do attitude, even if it like drains my entire soul.
Me too.
Where like I'm like, oh yeah, like let's just add something else on.
No,
'cause-
yeah.
No, I feel like okay.
Hmm.
I feel like a lot of like we're doing so much like podcast, car video, Wednesday video stuff, where the Wednesday videos are kind of like the only piece of content that's like it can be wherever we go, whenever we
Oh,
go,
shit.
whatever. But
Have you thought
Friday
about it?
and
Yeah.
Yeah.
podcasts are very like scheduled in that place in that
Mhm.
time, and I feel like this is gonna sound crazy, but with the pace that we're going, I feel like I'm not living enough life to be able to come on the podcast every Monday and share enough stories with what's been going on.
Oh,
That's
shit.
the same with me, only because I feel that, Matt, only because there's times where I'm like, oh my God, I want to post something on like TikTok or something like that.
Yeah.
But then it's like, because everyone is doing everything, it's
Yeah.
hard to think of something to do on your own. And
Right.
then you kind of just lose motivation. Like, oh, people aren't going to see me. Like, they're going to notice other people instead of
Mhm.
me. So then I kind of like I go back to TikTok, just keep scrolling.
Right.
Same with even content creating. Like, eventually, like, I want, we're going to hopefully branch off into our own stuff as well. So it's just finding something to constantly talk about. Because all we do is work and then come home and work again.
Yeah.
So, like, right
Yeah.
now, our lives are kind of filled, I guess you could say. We're just doing the same thing
Yeah.
as of right now. So it's hard for us to
Do
come
other
up
things
with
right now.
other stuff right now.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's not a lie.
Life
Because
is
like
a
if I look at like the last
pain in the butt.
week and a half of my life, it's been car videos, Wednesday videos, like working with all of us on like Let's Trip stuff and like brand stuff, and then meetings and whatnot for brand deals and stuff. But it's like
It's also like
what am I gonna come to the
for us
podcast
three
and
right
talk
now,
about?
it's absolute
Mm.
crunch time because tour's right around the corner. So we have to have all these podcasts filmed before we leave for tour so that you guys can have them every Monday, even while we're not even near the studio.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Damn.
Car
That's
videos.
a
We don't have
lot.
a car when we're on tour for a full month and like a half, whatever it is. So it's like we have to pre-film all that. It's a lot of work, but it's fun.
Yeah,
It is
and the best part about it is it's nothing I don't want to do. You know what I mean? It's not
I
like I'm
agree.
like, like we have to film a car video. It's like I
Right,
enjoy
no,
it. That's
they-
something that we
they're
do
hungry to do it.
naturally.
It's just
a
hard
matter
Yeah.
of
to film
like
a car video one night and then another one the next night because it's like you overlap your thoughts.
yeah, it's like I love
Mm.
telling stories, but it's like if I haven't lived enough to tell a story, it's like I gotta come up with something
Yeah.
more fun.
Right.
And I feel like this isn't really like on brand for the conversation we're having, like for the main theme of this podcast, but since
Yeah.
we're talking about it now, I feel like with filming content consistently for the past 2 years, people, I think it's very underrated or very slept on that like no matter what we're going through in our life, we're still coming to the table with 3 positive videos a week.
Woo!
Like
Mhm.
from
Woo!
Period.
To be able to put your baggage or whatever you're going through and leaving it at the threshold, that is big facts.
Y'all gotta big up and do your thing.
Leaving it all out there once that
Say it.
camera goes
Split
on,
that.
like everything's
That's it.
good. Like
That
everyone's
happens,
fine.
That happens with us.
Yeah, a lot. So yeah, that's
point,
facts.
we've been like happy skipping down a
field of daisies for 2 years straight
Yeah.
because of how much
There's been
content
weeks
that
where
we're
I've been
pumping
like
out.
devastated for a week and like so
Yes.
like emotionally drained, but
Yeah.
still.
No, there's sometimes when
make-
I watch like one of our, and this doesn't happen often. I don't want to make it seem like we're like dying
No,
inside.
I'm just saying like
but-
that is something that like
but yeah, like
should
I've
be-
I've seen in old clips from videos, and I laugh because of like people will post them, but like, this is so funny. This is like my favorite video ever, and I die laughing not because the video's funny, but because of how angry or upset I was moments right before.
I
You know what I
that
mean?
only
That happens so rarely.
so
to me.
rarely.
Yeah.
There's only one video that like really speaks to me. That like is one of our car videos, and I can't even go back and watch it because I know how terrible my week was.
Oh
that whole
damn.
week and like that whole night and that day.
Yeah.
Can't even bring myself to go look back at the fucking clickbait of that or the fucking thumbnail
Which
of that
one?
video. The how to survive a zombie apocalypse video.
Oh damn. We didn't watch that one yet.
Are you sure? I
No,
feel like
we
we've
didn't
talked
watch it.
about zombies so many times with them.
Not that.
Yeah. I
Can't-
don't like that video
was
either.
probably one of the hardest hardest things to get through for me.
That's okay.
But hey,
You
we're
made it.
living.
Yeah,
I can do it.
Living like Larry,
yeah, I
living
feel like we're
large.
beating down the wrong bush here, and we're
I
like
agree,
heading the
but
wrong
we were there,
direction.
so whatever.
So
I hate complaining.
it's not.
I know,
it's
me
not
too.
complaining.
But it's not
Okay.
complaining, it's talking, but I feel like I'm
It's
just
being,
being-
I feel like there's a difference between complaining and just being open with our community
True.
and our fan base.
True. I,
agree.
think
Alright,
it's just
man,
being
I
open.
know.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Moving back to individuality, when we were younger and you were trying to be an individual, did you ever sense that like one of your other brothers was like getting individual and you started to like copy them or
Oh
like
my God.
experience
Matt
that?
would copy me
Okay,
for
Listen,
years. Years.
listen. I have,
Years, I would
have
get-
my excuse, and I don't.
You wanna know what always bothered
hate
me?
pulling the anxiety mental health card. Really do. I hate pulling
Did you
it.
just knock on the table?
Yeah, he did.
No.
Yes, he did.
Don't do that.
Really hate pulling that
We're at
card.
an hour, by the way.
But that's fine. Just shut up. There was there's a point where it's like I was so scared to leave my house and just do anything. So it's like everything Chris did. I saw
way to
like,
make me seem like an asshole.
No, because I get it. I
Go ahead.
understand. But I feel like for me it was
I just remember the tiger shirt.
yeah, that was huge.
What are you even saying?
You bought a snow leopard like tiger shirt, whatever, and it
They
was like a
copied
white
it.
tiger.
Okay.
Snow leopard. Am I a fucking idiot? It was a white tiger, and you wore it, and Matt went with mom to like Walmart and bought the exact same shirt.
That's like insane.
It is crazy.
What
But
in
here,
the world?
listen,
Like,
listen,
dude,
listen.
I would get a haircut. Matt would get the same haircut.
Listen, you want to know what it is, Chris? And I'm being so for real.
You're his
like, we've never
influence,
really
like-
talked about this.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
live beef.
No, it's not beef. It's
It was for me,
genuinely-
bro. For
It
2
was,
years.
it was for you because you didn't get it and I didn't get it either. But coming to the realization now, with dealing with a lot of like mental
Hate
health
him.
shit,
Hate him.
is I was
You were his scapegoat.
I was doing all the things that you already did because you kind of like cleared the comfort barrier. You know what I mean? If I saw that you could do something,
Are
I
you
was
being kind to me right
I'm being
now?
very if I saw you do something, it was like, okay, Chris can do that, so I can do that. But I would never wanna go
Comfortably,
out of my
yeah.
way to do something
Yeah.
first. So it's like that's
He
what
didn't
that's
like the
why I was,
risk.
like, following
Yeah.
a lot of the things that you were doing because it was like there was that scare factor was the limit.
Chris crawled so that Matt could
To
walk.
Yeah. Essentially.
Mhm.
Needed of like whatever.
Yeah, and I feel like out of all the three of us, you when we were younger were like the coolest. So I feel
Yeah,
like
for
Matt just
sure.
wanted to be you, essentially.
I didn't want to be him. I just
You wanted to be more like Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Mm.
Hmm.
Wow.
And that has been
There
this
goes
week's
the
episode.
edit.
Chris,
Yeah.
how would you explain your life off camera based off of what we talked about today?
Hmm.
Matt, how would you explain your life off camera based off of what we talked about today?
Lit crazy movie.
I was gonna say like exploring, but I don't know.
I
I
was
don't
gonna
like that
s-
word.
I'd say open. I
Yeah.
feel like it's just like this is the truth.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
I feel
agree.
eager
Hmm.
to
Good
work
answer.
and complete.
Yeah, and it's like I feel like having a conversation like I've always been afraid of like to quote unquote complain a little bit about what we do because I'm afraid that like the viewers are gonna see that and like think that I don't want to do it. But
Right,
No, we
right,
don't. We
right.
don't think that
open
you're
with them,
good.
They're
You're
gonna feel
good.
more in tune with like, wow, they put out a good car video, or like, wow, they're putting out a good podcast, and like understand where we're coming from, like a realistic standpoint. And I feel like it just sets everyone up to be more excited for
Like,
car
I want to
videos.
be relatable.
Like, this,
Like, I want
this
them to
just
see
made
it and be
me.
like,
yeah.
This just made me more excited
Real.
to go film
Well,
more
let's be
car
honest,
videos.
Who thought filming 3 videos a week and editing all that shit and coming up with merch drops was like an easy task?
Right.
Yeah, but also
Mhm.
with
Oh my god.
what I was trying to say before Matt
Slam the
interrupted
mic
me.
into the table.
Matt,
Ugh.
stop coughing. what I was gonna say is,
Damn, you couldn't hear
and
them.
this
No.
makes me more excited to go out and film because people don't. I feel like this is gonna like ease the pressure from it. Like I
Yeah.
can film and like make like maybe one
if we
less
film an
joke or have a
ass
little
car
less energy.
video,
and
y'all
people-
know why.
Okay, like that's not what I'm trying to say. I'm
Yeah.
saying it's like the
That's weird.
expectations
I'm being
aren't as
dramatic.
high.
Being dramatic.
You're being stupid and
Woo, it's
lazy.
getting hot in here.
All right. Goodbye, everyone.
Damn.
Goodbye,
Hey,
campers.
we drop a song where he's got the
Okay,
like,
Matt.
kids
Matt,
doing
look. Shh.
All right,
his dance and stuff.
I'm done.
Me too.
It's hot.
Oh my god.
I really like that room.
It's such a
I like this part. I was just looking at. Sorry.
it is very aesthetically
I
pleasing.
love that.
I do like it.
Say we got a child from the Isles of Madrid.
Crap.
We had a lot of parents at the Isles of Madrid. Oh.
Well, guys, is there anything you want to say to them?
Just every episode, I have not been disappointed. I love every topic that they're talking about because I feel like there's always something Jalen and I can talk about or could relate to. So it just feels like we're having a conversation with them without us actually being there. So
Facts.
that makes me happy.
Yeah. No, I enjoy their podcast. They haven't had any of them that were like trash. I enjoy it. So if you guys
I know we were chatting, but
yeah, we were chatting a little bit, but if you guys do enjoy us reacting to the podcast, you already know. Just hit the subscribe and notification bell.
That way you can stay up to date with the latest and greatest.
And with that being said, we are out. Peace. See you guys in the next one.